Yeah, I started the video before, but some notifications started popping up, so I had to disable the notifications. Yeah, this is a very interesting environment that I'm in. I'm in my car with my laptop, and I guess there's something dope about that, right? You know, before I started trading, and by the way, this is live trading. It is going on, y'all. Let me turn off this craziness. I'll explain a little bit later. But we have a pump and a dump on this this SHIB this SHIB coin. Just want to change that B to a T, but I mean, no, seriously, like this stuff. Look at what happened. Yeah, this happened. Kablam, and you know how much that is? That's a lot. Okay, that's 300%. Which is funny because I think I had like $1 in here. Because I can't, this coin I can't trade on my exchange, and I've only got like, you know, a very small amount in this KuCoin account because I was going to AB trade $100, and AB trading takes time. Anyways, let's take a look at what's going on here. So yeah, we've got some live trading going on, and here's the algorithm. Let's get in on DS, and as you can see, I mean, it's kind of boring. Really, I mean, you know, it goes down into the fishing net, and you know, it comes down to the red line. Now that would get scary. But no, this is fun. I mean, you know, it's fun watching this stuff, especially like right here. It's, you know, you're like, oh, come on, hit my line. And it's very visual and helpful. You can see what's going on. Full disclosure, I love 1 minute charts. I love seeing the action going on. There's something about like buying and selling. There's something about like the video game feeling of this. But this is set to like auto, you know, like automatically. This is bot trading. I go over it every video, but I have to assume that, you know, you've never seen my other videos. So, I'm using this indicator from, you know, this guy named Vinny. He used to be free, and now it's a company called ProSum Solutions. Anyways, he is charging for the indicator now. So, you know, I tried to tell you to get it, and I happen to have it on my chart, and I haven't. If I delete it, then I lose the indicator. So, anyways, but I use it. I use it with automated bot trading, with auto view, and there's also profit view, and you run it on like a private Linux server, and it's just a bunch of stuff. You can see why I don't want to talk about this. Like, I just want to show you what I'm doing. But I guess you're probably going to be curious about that because you're like, what's he doing? And, you know, this is martingale style trading where you're buying, you know, double the amount that you did before. These little lines are my layers, so on and so forth. Really exhausting. I mean, this video really isn't for anybody that might be a newcomer. This was really just for the people that I was in Telegram groups with, and I was just sharing them a video and just posting it on YouTube. So much information. Oh my gosh, like, this is why I have another video that explains all of this. Gets exhausting saying the same thing. Anyways, those videos are unlisted, so I guess you couldn't find them anyways unless you knew where they were. Haha. But yeah, let's take a look at what's going on here. Let's talk about the interesting things. The interesting things is that I wussed out on this drop right here. So I get the notification on my computer. Where did I get the notification? I was watching this go up, and then I get a notification that it dropped drastically. And I open it up, and it's like right here, and it's going down further, digging down further. And, you know, I could have just like right-clicked and threw in some size. I mean, this is like a really, 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 really awesome drop. If you look at that 24, you know, in a matter of like 5 to 6 minutes, 24% drop, that's where you load in on your size. That is definitely... Now, I mean, like, here's what was going on in my head. What was going on in my head when it was like right here was like, if I right click and I hit buy right here, then I want to buy in like a cascading layers situation, just like what you see right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this goes down 55% from wherever, you know, it's measuring from. So that's about 55% right there. But I was like, oh, I have a bot already set up, which I did. I did have a bot already set up. So I went to my alerts, and then here's my layers right here. And yeah, so I just turned them all on. I hit force buy, which basically puts all the money on the books. And like, it's funny how I have the layer set up because I don't want to like ping the API too many times. God, it's so unnecessary explaining all this. This is why I haven't seen other videos. But yeah, it started putting this layer, then this layer, then this layer, then this layer. And by the time that it made it up to here, like it had already gone back up. It's like, oh my gosh. But you know, to be honest, like it was only 1, 2, 3, 4. So it was only like 4 layers, and that's not really a lot of money. But if you get 1, 2, 3, 4, and you get the size like right here, I want to talk about something really fast. There's a guy in the QFL Discord that's crushing it right now, and it cracks me up because on the surface you'd think that this guy is just like Looney Tunes, just throwing money in at the wrong times, and maybe he is. I don't know, but what I do know is this guy is like multiplying his account, like insane amounts of like multiplying. It's like that. And I was thinking about it afterwards when the bot finally turned on and it had already closed out. I was like, you know, I wonder where that guy would have bought. And I bet he would have just loaded in a ton of sides like right here at the bottom. And you know, you're probably wondering if you're like me, how when I was first doing this, I had like 2 monitors and like multiple charts and I was looking at everything and paying attention and like, it cracks me up because as you can see, like we're looking at my laptop screen and I've just got like 2 apps open and then I've got a bot trading for me. And so really we're just kicking back and relaxing. There's not really a whole lot of action in the market right now, just to be fair. Like, let me go over just like the things that are important. I'm also considering maybe focusing a little bit of my brain effort, into making some like more educationally, concentrated videos on the very, very basics, because obviously if you know QFL trading, this is not QFL trading. And, this is, you know, it's similar, but it's not the same. But I want to show you really quick, I want to talk about that guy that's making a lot of money, right? Let's talk about the guy that's making a lot of money. And it's not to say that I'm not making a lot of money. It's just that I'm not really dedicating the amount of time that I probably could, to really make, you know, I'm right now trying to I've been on the computer in my life, like for a long time. The reason why I'm here doing crypto is because I'm trying to figure out a way to get off the computer. So I'm trying to automate these bots right here. And so that's mainly what I talk about. And this is unrelated to 3 commas. There's a whole thing going on with 3 commas bots. Oh my gosh. I'm like, I put it off because, you know, it's just like way too much money and you can see what other people are trading. And I'm sure there's ways around that, but it's just like, nope. And it's like their own, like SaaS, like software as a service, meaning you go on their website. Whereas this right here, I'm using TradingView and there's no, what is it called? Conflict of interest. So, you know, it's just that, you know, who's to say what's going on? Who's in 3 commas ears? You just don't know. I don't like that. So I have mine running on my own separate thing, but it's kind of the same thing. And obviously it's going to be way more work, doing it this way, especially with like APIs and stuff like that. Just way more work, but I prefer it that way. But let's talk about this guy that is just crushing it. Okay. He uses this. This is a scanner. And let me just explain what's going on with the scanner. So, there's multiple scanners and I'll probably include that in another video, but right now I'm just kind of like brain barfing. So you can get it here or you can get it later, but this is probably going to be way more in depth than the other video. Like here is this and here is that and click on this and do all that. No. Okay. Like this is you and me and you're sitting in my car next to me and I'm showing you. So let me just show this to you really fast and let's forget about like the technicalities. If I say something and you miss it, like just don't worry and like just stick around and you know what I mean? Like it's not really about you getting it so much as just like you want to pick what you can get. Because not everybody's going to understand everything. There's a lot of 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade, you know, information that I'm going to be providing to you, which is, time frame. So the time frame just means like, hey, within 10 minutes, right? 10 minutes, if it's a 10% rise or a 10% drop. So like 10% drop within 10 minutes. Now, if I say 10% drop within 15 minutes, I'm going to get way more alerts than if I get a 10% drop in 5 minutes. Now, the 10% drop in 5 minutes, those are the ones that it's like, yeah, baby. That's what's up. And, you know, this to me over everything. Like, I mean, the base cracks is important. That's super important. But I want to save that for a second. This right here, to me, I think is one of the most essential tools right here. There is another one that I could show you. I'm going to go ahead and show this to you just because I want to, let's see. Let's see if I can find this. So there's a guy called Cranky Colonel, and Cranky Colonel, my boy. Even if he doesn't know it, like, he my boy. He's got some good stuff. So, okay, so check this out. And this is like Binance. Okay, so you're taken to this page. And I think it's, is it monitor or live? Let's try monitor. Yes. Market, let's just go to USDT and configure the alerts and look at what we've got here. So we've got, 3% drop, 3% rise. The minimum volume, I don't even really care about the minimum volume because most coins on this exchange are going to be pretty balls deep. So, you could do a 3% drop. I mean, I really care about like the 10% drop. Now the volume alerts, that's interesting. Was that always there? And so you can do this one as well. Update interval, 10 seconds. So then what happens when you unclick this, let's see, top gainers. Okay. So these are the alerts. These are the top volume gainers. Anyways, this is worth poking around on. I'm not going to like break down, you know what I mean? Like there's just not enough time to like break all of this down because really what's most important is like what's going on here, which it looks like it just went down and came back up. There was something really important I wanted to talk about. You can see, you can see him. Oh no. we got it. Yeah, you're supposed to be like mystified at like, how much that I'm supposed to be making. And that's really funny. Yeah. So, you're like, oh my God, he's making 45 cents. Yo, homie, break me off some of that. No, but seriously, what's most important about what's going on with this right here is that you're seeing like the tools of what I'm using because I'm not going to show you what I'm really using. Don't worry, cuz I'll be, yeah, like there is something really important to know, and that is that if you, and I keep covering the same information, but it's so valuable. You have to understand something. If you are going to get a lot of size, like early on up here, then you either need to know what you're doing or you need to have a stop loss. Okay, just getting messages from some people in Telegram. There's this alt trading apparently is not doing too well. I guess it auto updated to like the beta or something like that. That's something to talk about. Just the idea that these tools really right now there are no perfect tools in crypto. I mean, there kind of are, but it's not what you think. Like the infrastructure is so just even down to the exchanges. I got to make sure my car battery stays on for these lights. So yeah, Altrady, they're updating their stuff and, yeah. But what is it that I'm really wanting to go over? So, if you're going to get a lot of size with this stuff, it's either like way down here, right? Or what you're doing right here. I mean, this could have just totally melted down like right here. There's no way to predict. Like, there's really only odds. Like, and I knew like when I saw it come down here, I was like, oh, that's probably going to turn around right there. That's just too big of a meltdown to just out of nowhere. But I think I think what I want to go and talk about, let's talk about, and the reason why I want to talk about this is because, yeah, here we go. Volume monitor. Okay, so everybody wants to get rich, or you want to win at the game. All right. So what most people think when they see QFL, right? They know after you watch this, like QFL straight up, like, the deal with QFL, and you can even see it like with Altrady. But I mean, you don't even need if you've watched my videos, I love 4-hour charts. I love them. I love 4-hour. Look at that. Look, like green, red, green, red, green, red. Like I can just very quickly put like a horizontal line right here, horizontal line right here, horizontal line right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really like logarithmic too. So anyways, we can kind of see where the quote unquote bases are, which is it's a buyer reaction and the sellers were overwhelmed by buyers, which is what happened. So a bunch of people tried to sell and they were overwhelmed by buyers. And then the sellers tried to sell and they were overwhelmed by buyers. I love this stuff. It's just great. And this has been looking like this entire time. And it's so funny. Yeah, it started right here. And I think it's even started before then, but I don't have a chart on it. But let us talk about what's most important, which is, oh my gosh, you're buying right there. Oh, I haven't bought anything. Like, I'm going to be buying way down here. You see, like, this is layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, layer 5, layer 6, and layer 7. So that means that there's like one buy that's really tiny and then a bunch of safety buys. And the reason that I do it that way is because me personally, I like my money moving in a market that I know there's buyer reactions. Buyer reaction, buyer reaction, buyer reaction, buyer reaction. And I know that a lot of people want this coin. So I know that there's a lot of people, not just me, that want to buy this coin and they're looking for a pullback. Like, buying the dip and dead cat bounce is not like revolutionary. The base, that is revolutionary. Because people understand panic drops, dead cat bounces, but also panic drops. You know, panic drops are like, it's a thing. But the support being breached, base cracks, that is like just on another level. So that's the kind of stuff that I'm going to be making videos to talk about. But I want to talk to you about like what's going on here with what I'm doing and what this guy's doing that's making a lot of money, because what that is this. Okay, here's a really great example, Tron. Okay, so I'm not going to explain to you like how this works, but ideally you want like 3 pings and like a net volume of 5%, or around there. And this is like criteria, and it's yellow right now. So this is probably going to turn red real soon, but let's just see what's going on with Tron. So TRX USD. Yep, look at that. Okay, so let's, I want to go back. I want to use this chart. Tron has actually been looking pretty good. Let me just look at it so I'm not like, no, it's not. Yeah, so this is actually looking good. Well, it's not that it's looking good. It's actually just that it's weighted itself out and it hasn't gone above here. So it's not really like doing all that great. And let me just break down something else that's going on. This right here, you don't have to understand what my indicators mean, but right now there's like no trend. And this is basically confirmation. Like when it's in the dark like that, I have gone into my indicator code and made it dim out when, God, I don't want to explain this, but when these two lines, the DMI lines are above the ADX lines, then I dim it out. Okay. That's just a thing. Like there's no trend. Nobody knows who's going to win. But one thing I can tell you is it's above the cloud. It bounced on the cloud and we're going up, but there's a problem. And that is we've got strong resistance right here at the top of the cloud and right here. So all you need to know is like, look, if you want to forget like trading in general and you want to just talk about, just buy low, sell high. Okay. So buy low, sell high. That's the game that we're playing. All you need to know is that like right here was a great place to buy. So this is where like support was. And then it came back up and now we're right here. So with that said, what can I tell you right now? This is not really a great place to buy. Or so it seems. Okay. But here's what we have right here that's really relevant and really important is this right here. And what you're seeing is this thing telling us that Tron could break out from here. And the reason that this is really important to take note on is that we've got a lot of volume where right here. And so that was today, 18, 17, 16. So it was like 3 hours ago. So this could be the beginning. So what this guy's doing is he's doing something very similar to this. And then, buys with safety buys and some form of martingale or, exponential getting size as it goes further down. Hopefully none of this is like going over your head. If it is, I'm so sorry. I knew nothing in the beginning and now I realize I'm like talking about all this lingo and it's just brutal. If you don't know what it is, but all that you need to know is that this guy that's making all this money is doing a variation of what's going on here. But he's been trading, very fearlessly. Okay. So what you need to know is that this drop right here was a place where you were supposed to load up and then look at that 16, 17%. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where people are making a lot of money when this giant drop happens. That's why right now, because there's so many buyers and then there's so many sellers. I don't think I have volume right now on this particular chart, but what I want you to know is that there's a lot of people that are really interested in this coin, and like, this is just nonsense. Like, this should like be whipping like this, like nonstop. And that's what that guy's looking for. So he trades a lot of these crap coins. Like these crap coins, but see, I'm not interested in these crap coins. Like, let's take a look at this one. And you know, that's a 12% drop. So this guy's, there's like a separate strategy, just like trading, that has nothing to do with QFL. But it's the whole idea of understanding the pullbacks, and instead of using stop losses, you're using a safety net. Okay, that's what I want you to think of these layers as, is like they're like safety nets. So actually, let's pull up MEM USDT. Okay, look, it's only on KuCoin. Not How long has this been around? So the first thing that I do, I'm like, how long has this coin been around? Oh my god, like 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Okay. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of stuff that goes on. What's this one? Bimon. Bimon. Okay. But yeah, like, coins are going to go in either one direction or the other direction. They're going to go up or down. And when it goes down, it's a completely different situation than when it goes up. When it goes down, you're looking for like catching this kind of stuff. This is like they're boring you out of trading. Okay. Like a bunch of people bought right here, and then it came down, and then it just did a bunch of this for a while. And then now it's just like gone and like kicked a bunch of people out. Like, stop losses have been triggered for all the people that bought up in here. And then, you know, they had their stop losses right here, and boom, they got kicked out. Whereas when it's this, let's go back to the Shiba Inu. Oh, see, this is where I'm like, oh, please go lower. Oh, yep. I'm so upset. I missed that. Still kicking myself about that. That's okay. I mean, there's nothing I could have done. It could have gone down lower, and then I would have gotten an even better price when I turned the bot on. But let's go back and SHIB. All right, let's take a look. I just think that's great. So now what's going on is I'm waiting for the algorithm to put down another base, and then the money will be laid back down. But you don't really need, like, and this isn't the best coin, like, you know, but again, like, that's where all the money's at, is this like exponential layering system. You know, mine is widening out and doing its thing, but there's something really special about it. And these 3 comma bots, that's what's going on with these 3 comma bots, is the same thing. I think what people are doing is they've got multiple bots. So they've got like bots trading their small size right here, and then they've got bots trading their big size when it comes down right here. Which, man, that's what a great drop right there. Look at that. Like, September 7th, that was a great drop. Like, that went down 25%. You know, and that's where you can load up and get your size. Like, boom, 32% of your money. And then this is where you'd be selling. So for a lot of people, when they see this going on, they're like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing getting size right here when you should be trading like down here at the bottom? And, you know, for me personally, to answer that question, just to be completely real, and, you know, being somebody that, you know, I've been trading since the end of 2018, and I actually started with QFL, and it just wasn't my personality type. There's something uncomfortable about doing it right here, and there's something really comfortable about doing it right here. And while I don't make as much money right here, for some reason, I'm able to make, I don't know how, I'm able to make less mistakes here, but it doesn't always like pan out into large profits. But the money is in the money. I know that's really a really weird thing to hear me say, like, the money's in the money. It's like super meta. But like, these alerts are letting you know when there's positive money flowing in that's more than usual. And the money is flowing in right here. The money is flowing in right here. So this is very, very, very relevant, and I want if there's anything to understand about this, because most people, they're going to be flipping the chart upside down like that. You know what I'm saying? And this is like extreme strength. Like if this was a base crack right now, oh my gosh, let's just like, I hit Alt I, and I think that's like inside of here, but you can like invert scale, Alt I. So you would have had it, you know, come down, bounce, come down, bounce, all extreme strength, come down, bounce, extreme strength, come down and bounce, and I'm expecting it to, you know, come back to here, maybe. But then you invert it and it goes this way. Just and look at all this volume. Like I just feel so confident being with the buyers. I know that's really weird because, you know, this could just completely turn around, but like the reason why I feel so safe is because I have all of these safety buys, and I'm still doing it QFL way, where like, you know, buy, and then I hold on to my free coins right here, and I break even, so now I have free coins of Shiba Inu, or whatever you can call that dog. And it's not even really creating a base. Like this is not like, yeah, it went up and up and up and up, but like here's something that I've noticed personally is that a lot of this price action is not the same as it used to be. Like, see, you'll get a drop like that, and then it'll just be like, oh, that was it. I mean, you know, this was like for 30 seconds, but I want to say the right thing. You know, I don't want to steer you in the wrong direction and say you need to be trading this way. It's just that like when we're in a bullish market, and crypto never really stops being bullish. There's a lot of waiting around on the sidelines, and that's why I'm just like, yeah, you can nibble, but a lot of people don't really understand nibbling, and a lot of people don't even know really where to get size, especially like when it's just going up and 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 a hammer drop, and then it goes up and 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 up, hammer drop, and then it doesn't bounce at all. I mean, that's really what's happening right now, and it's like all algorithmically driven. A lot of the stuff that's going on, and so that's why I'm like scoffing at this, because I'm like, wow, it didn't even put a new base down. Like this is just like a slow grind up, and it is like this is just some garbage right now. I mean that drop really just was awesome. Like when I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, quick, add layers. Oh look, I've already got the layers, and then I added them, and it was too late. But you know, the screeners, like if I were to just focus on like anything that's really important, is these screeners right here. You know, like maybe if you're not getting enough alerts, put it to a 15-minute. Or keep it on a 10-minute and make this be 5% rise and 5% drop. FF stands for fat finger, which just means like, you know, if the price goes down 15% within 10 minutes, then it's considered a fat finger, meaning somebody accidentally sold a bunch and accidentally is lowering the price. Kind of like this. It triggered a fat finger alert, as you can see, but that's not a fat finger alert. That's just people getting liquidated. I don't think this is leveraged chart, but you get the idea. Like I want to talk to you about this really fast. So these, I'm sure this looks crazy and you don't want to hear about it, but it definitely can help you land some of these trades. So I've watched, I think there's like some there's some videos, yeah, right here, here's a YouTube and here's a YouTube. So I've watched these two videos. And basically what's happening with this stuff is there's pullbacks, and here, let's just take all this off really fast. Or wait, let me put one of them on that's the smaller time frame. Okay, that's the bigger time frame. Here's the smaller time frame. So when this thing started moving, you know, we got, when was that? We got moving, wow. It went up 300%. So either way, like throughout all of this, the way that this works is, okay, so we start doing this. Whenever it comes back to one of these lines, that's a pullback, and then you want to ride the trend, and that's what's happening right here. And you can see it comes back and it touches these lines and touches this line, and then it gets caught up in them, and then it falls back on this cloud right here. Okay, this is the smaller one, And then this one's like the 5-minute one. So that now there's even more craziness. But all you need to know, look, I really like both of them, but I'm just going to start with this one. So like you can see that it's been coming back and re-upping. Okay. If that makes sense to you, like it re-ups, like I'm going to buy some more and then I'm going to sell. And then, it came down to touch that blue line. Then it got tangled up in it. And then it came down to the red line. And then it came back up and got tangled up in the blue line and tried to get back up here. But the top of the blue line was the top of this. And then, this candle right here was the top of this. And then it got all tangled up into here. And it's like, I don't have time for this. And it came down to here and it got tangled up in the blue line and then it hit the red line and then it dropped down. And, if I turn this on, this is like the 5-minute version of this stuff. But I'm just going to stick to this one for now. And then we pull back to this, and then we get all tangled up into this whole spaghetti mess, and I'm not messing with any of this stuff. And then we have like a little breakout right here, and the same game is played where you get a little pullback right here. This could have been a breakout right here, although that people got kicked out. This could have been considered a breakout, which is what happened was price passed this point. It was like, go. And then it went up and then you got like this weak little pullback. And then this pullback was the real pullback. You'd load up and then you'd sell, above that, which is ironically like the same as like right here. So you can see like, while these lines look stupid, they're not. You know what I'm saying? Like these are profit making lines just because it looks like spaghetti mess. So you can see that this game is consistently played and there's ways of getting out if you have like, multiple layers, if you do it that way. And you can kind of get an idea if you have like an oscillator with you, but really I don't even need that. Like I just have these two going on. Okay. And I'll use these as places of like where I might consider getting more and more size. And, but my main thing is I just want to be in and out and then like make my free coins. You get what I'm saying? And so like this whole spaghetti mess and all this stuff, you can see it's, where are we at? 38. Dang. I don't know how the time flies with these videos. And my battery's dying too. But you get the idea. Like, and here's another opportunity where it came up and then boom, it's a little re-up. Oh, and it came back up. And like, it'll take a while for some of these. But as you can see, it was like re-up. Boom. Oh my gosh. And then it came back down. Actually, there was a re-up moment right here. I don't know if you would have gotten that, but I mean, you could have. And then, then it kind of gets played out, right? That's the way that this works is like re-up and then it comes up and then it's like, I gotta wait for a good one to come back down. And this one gets all tangled up. You might have been waiting right here and then it comes up and, then it comes back down here and it comes near this blue line. You might re-up right there. Maybe if I could do it bar by bar, like as it's happening. So like right here, you're like, all right, I want to get some, whoa, like, down here, you wouldn't have gotten any. Because there's nowhere to get it. That's what I'm saying is like, there's nowhere to get it. Okay. So like right here, you could have re-upped right here, but let's see what happens. I mean, I would have sold some right here. That's just too dangerous when it goes up like that, comes down. You can sell some right here, but this is not QFL. And what's most important is like, there's a good chance that like I have like layers like right here. I don't know what this line is doing right here. We were talking about that earlier, right here. And then like have some serious sides like down here in this little green area. And then here it comes down here. I don't want any of that. There we go. Boom. So I would have bought some right here, but a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe right here I would have gotten some, but even then I'm still, yep, it's coming back down. Like it has to re-up. That's what I'm saying. Like these are 50% lines. And so then I would have re-upped and boom, look at that. Oh man, that would have that just makes so much sense in my mind of like, if you're going to buy some right here, then you want to be like focusing on these lines right here of like where to sell because these are your new like resistance. This is where like the people that bought at the top are like very eager to sell. And when they see it come up at about this much, like it's a psychological thing at like the halfway point, depending on like what time frame people are looking at this at. That's usually like where people feel comfortable. Like a lot of people are zoomed in. A lot of people are like buying in right here and here and here. A lot of people are like buying in like at the top right here. And so when they see it come up right here, there's a good chance that they'll be interested in selling it right here. There's people interested in selling it right here. See what I'm saying? And then it comes back down, re-ups, and then gets stuck at this line. So these lines are very magical. And then now you've got like a base crack right here, like quote unquote base crack. This is all like very fast. And like there better be some volume. This is like seriously what's going on. And then, you could sell like as it's coming down, you could be like, doom, buy. And then sell some like right here. And then it comes up and touches the cloud. You sell some right there. And it comes back down and instead of buying it right here, you could buy it like after it's extended down. Like, so when you see this candle go down, you're like, yeah, okay, I'll get some right here. and then look, it's coming back up. And I mean, this whole game, like as it breaks out right here, like you could do like a little breakout trade right here and sell some like up at this line. Obviously it didn't go to the line, but then it broke past it. So like these lines really are like the war that's going on right now, or like the game that's going on. Support, like look, it just like all of the sellers are now buyers. That's just like boom, like look at that. It's just like, oh, look at it hit that, and now it's coming back up. Yep. It's just like, it just so makes sense. So like, all right, now that you understand all of this, and I mean, it's been going on like since October 4th, and oh my gosh, like this is just like so epic. I would love to trade this. This is what homie is like making all of his money off of. Like it's not necessarily like with this system, but like this system identifies like the game that's going on. And so like right now, this is some real tense price action. Like this move right here, that hasn't happened yet. Like throughout this whole thing, like people have been waiting for that. Usually what that giant spike means is like that's somebody that like for real, like that's some for real shit right there. That's like a signature. Like somebody just was like, boom, you better watch out. Like the further up you go, we'll stomp your ass. That's what that meant. And sometimes, if you do like wave counting, I don't recommend that you learn it. You'll lose your soul trying to learn all that stuff. But what I do know is like, that is an impulsive move. That is like very, very relevant, coming down like that. And it could go back up, sure. But like, that's just me being like, oh, whoa, that's like a shark fin to me in the water. I'm like, okay, I want to have my layers down here. You see what I'm saying? Like I want my layers way down here. So, this stuff, again, it's not necessarily considered QFL, but the whole idea of like not having a stop loss and like getting more sides as it goes down lower, like that's what I want you to benefit from seeing, on these charts, is that, I mean, this is like grinding price action. It's not even putting a base, like it's been putting a base the entire way up. So like what I would imagine is like one, and I mean, it could go up above it, but like I'm imagining this to like go down. And when it does go down, I really hope that it puts a buy layer, or at least like, you know what I'm saying? Like there is a benefit to the fact that it's not putting layers right now, because what can happen is it can put a buy layer up here and then just start buying above the real base, the major base. And that wouldn't be good. I don't even know where, let's take a look at, oh man, I love Vinny's tool. I'm really sorry that he's charging for it, but I mean, I can't blame him. It's some good stuff. Okay. Yeah. See how it's like putting a base right there? Yeah. This is like traditional QFL algorithm. But you can zoom in on the 5 minute and see what the base would be, for right there. But really like the base is, you know what I'm saying? Like it considers the base way down here. But if you know what you're doing, then you can safely buy right here. That's just some grinding price action. Like this could be like this for a while. It could just literally grind for a long time, bore everybody out of the game. Everybody leaves, and then it either moves up or moves down. But, I'm going to get out of this car because I think I've just like talked all the oxygen out of this car. And so I need to like get some fresh air. Yeah, hope this helped. I mean, this is really like this Ichimoku stuff. And if you really want to, God, I don't want to show you what I'm doing. Like, this is my own secret sauce. This is my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I have. But I know that, you're not going to watch to the end. So these are the default settings, 926, 52, 26. Now, I don't have time to switch to like a 4 minute or a 5 minute chart. And so this is actually times 4. So this is like a 4 minute chart. Is 36, 104, 208, 104. I usually use those on like a 1 hour, because then that shows me the 1 hour and then the 4 hour. It looks like I'm running low on internet. Oh no, my battery's dying. Wow. So this is a bigger coin. You know what I'm saying? This particular coin. And so it doesn't have that like volatile whippiness that I'm looking for. Whereas, let's say one of these coins, you see what I'm saying? Like that's just like minimal. That's just so small. A lot of these coins will just drop and drop and drop, or just climb and climb and climb. And there's not really, this isn't like for like account building, this is not for account building. it's the crap coins, but you have to be really careful with those because they can really just pump and then dump. So there is a little bit of finding that good project that just happened to pump and you just happen to be there at the right time. Like MEM USDT, I know we pulled this up, but let's take a look at it one more time. It's only on you see what I'm saying? It's only on KuCoin. So if they delist or the business goes like if it goes out of business, then like we're out of luck. So that's why I'm like kind of showing you this, like I'll show it to you, but QFL is the safest. But just in my experience, people are having a real hard time trading QFL because there's so many rules and there's like no time to practice it, because like the only time to practice it is like when it drops, and when it drops, it's like there's just no time. There's no QFL simulators. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be really dope to have a QFL simulator. You can see like this came down 25%. That's what that little dot means. And then it only came up like 11%. And if you would have been like buying, you know, the 5, 10, 15, 20, you would have bought in right here. You would be expecting it to like go up here, which it did, but you see it come down, you get scared, and maybe you sell right here. You're like, I did it wrong. I screwed up. Like they told me I should not be doing it. And then it goes up and you're like, oh my God. And then you buy right here and then you sell right there and you're like at break even. You're like, I don't know how to do this. I've been there. Why do you think that, you know, I'm doing these bots? Is because like, I don't have time to look at this price action. And most people, what they're doing with these, they're just putting like a cascading buy layer setup, like a net. And they're just like, and then they just sell it really quick. And they keep their free coins in there, but they're not really trying to like get it back up to the base for these crap coins. So like the crap coins play just like the leverage coins, which you're not supposed to play, doing QFL unless you really know what you're doing. But if you can land this, then what you can do is you can get it to where it sells right there. You can get it to where it sells right there. And you can get like your most size right here. And then you get up to the base, like you'll nail it. It's just like, there's no predicting these coins these days. Like there really isn't. This is actually a pretty awesome crap coin chart. I mean, in terms of just like drops and bounces. I really haven't been focusing on trading like I should because I'm just letting the bots trade. But wow, I mean, you see why I have these lines, with the Ichimoku thing? Cause like, all I want to be able to do is just like glance at this and just tell you instantly, like where I can buy and where I can sell. Like, I just want to know where I can buy. I just want to know where I can sell. Like really, once you figure out those things, then the next thing is the screeners. It's like, what do I need to do to like screen this stuff out? Probably should, I like 10 minutes, 10% rise, 10% drop. You know what I'm saying? Like these alerts aren't really the greatest, and it's not like you really do have to filter them with your mind, and there's no way that you can filter them unless you just go in and just start trading it or like working with a professional. And I'm not really trying to do that right now. So you know what I'm saying? I'm focused on other things. And I'm not necessarily like killing it all that hard because I'm not investing time into this because it's just like opportunity cost. So anyways, with that said, yeah, I mean, like the best hope that you can really have for this stuff right now is just wait for like these base crack alerts. You know, and when they happen, just, you know, like what's this one? Algo? Let's take a look. That's why they say it's the safest, because, you know, it really is like all the stuff that I'm showing you right now. It's like you can make the most money doing that, but it's like talk about mistakes. There's even more mistakes to make. And, let's turn this out. That's not a base. That's the thing. Like, yo, these aren't, you gotta measure that's like a 6%, 8%. Like, no, like that's the base. Like, and really I do it on a 4 hour, like, ooh, and like, no matter where you turn, like you're going to get wrecked. And like, all these people are just going to be like, oh, you know, gosh, I mean, there really are like so many like little nuanced rules. I really would just like have a cascading layer of buys that go down like 55% from the top down, like the most local high. I would just like do 55% of like, you know, trading. And then they've got this new feature called ladder, and you do like 10, you do price scale, you do, exponential, or no, linear, and then size would be exponential. And you just like have the layers going down, you know, and then I'm going to make a video about all this stuff. I need to stop this. I actually have to go. My laptop's dying and I'm in my car right now. So, but, real interesting time. I hope you are practicing trading because, yeah, this is quite the time right now. We're about to get some interesting price action. We got Bitcoin doing some real interesting things. Bitcoin's going up. Altcoins are staying. where they're at. So somebody coming here with a flashlight? All right, I gotta go.